Hello. Just making sure you can hear me. Hey, hi, howdy, hello. Um, close that out. I hope everybody's doing all right. I don't know how everybody else is doing. I had a good time. Um, hmm, this is gonna get funny. By funny, I mean hmm, ridiculous. Thing to load again. A freaking battery life is shit. It's the only thing I don't like about streaming on my phone is that my battery overheats and not always a fun time. Ooh wee. Somebody's messy. Hey Jessica, before we get into Reaper. Jessica, even if Reaper lied on you about the Reaper lied on you fucking Lisa thing, you still jabbed me in the back. Hey Shelly. Hey April. Sorry I couldn't see this chat for a second. So you still or you're still a snake, Jessica, because you still betrayed me to go sit with the popular girls. And that ended up backfiring on you, didn't it, Cupcake? I think you're gonna find that a lot of you who just ran with what Reaper said about me are gonna come to regret that, because there's gonna be some things coming out in the near future that are gonna vindicate me. And she is showing more and more and more what a lying sack of crap she is. When you have to come on here several times a week to correct something because your audience demands you correct yourself because you got it wrong yet again, because you didn't, I don't know, vet it before you repeated it. Um, you got problems. That right there proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that your credibility is non existent. Your credibility was non existent before that, but people are finally, and I do mean finally, taking off their blinders and seeing the disgusting shit you're doing to people. You never should have been given a pass, Reaper, because here's the thing with you. You claim it's about awareness at first, and then when you get, called out for things, oh, I'm not an awareness channel on her rug abuse. That's funny because I remember you saying that's what this was about. Secondly, you don't need to be calling anyone out for being a scammer, Reaper. How many people have you scammed? Exactly. You are the last person that needs to be speaking on scammers. You are one of the biggest scammers on this platform. You cannot be trusted. You run with whatever people tell you in your chat or whatever gets you the most popularity, donos, and views. You don't care who gets hurt. You don't care who you endanger or who you drag across the internet, whether or not they had anything to do with this or not. As long as you get your donos, right? All that shit went to your head, bitch, and your channel was deceased. And the funny thing is, you call out Lisa Richard when you are 1,000 times worse than Lisa Richard. Right, Shelley? I don't have ambition on this platform. I just refuse to deal with hypocrite bitches throwing shade at me when they have no legs to stand on. I don't like a hypocrite. And I certainly don't like bullies. And now Reaper is running around the internet wanting to cry victim and cry about people picking on her when she dragged my innocent family across the fucking platform. She had no mercy for my already traumatized family. She had no mercy from an already victimized victim of DV. She had no mercy then. She had no mercy when she platformed the pieces of shit who contacted the father of my children. No, matter of fact, she was in their chat cheering them on and having them on her platform. So pardon me if I'm not going to sit here and let you cry victim from the mess you made with your mouth. Right, April? The shit she has gotten away with, though, April, that's what sickens me. The shit people have given her a pass for. Unacceptable. And I'm not fucking having it. I mean, she admits to credit card thought fraud. We're gonna get into that, by the way. And I know her fucking ratchet ass is lurking. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go get my fat ass a snack. This is coming from the person that she most recently slandered, Tracy Unfiltered. This is Reaper's most recent victim of
This, I
defamation.
gotcha. My video is coming and making a demand to show this proof. You'll understand why. There were allegations made against me that I was paying and supporting Lisa, that I had been enabling her. Not maybe she did, allegations that were straight up saying she paid Lisa to make content on her.
These content creators that are giving her money to keep her going live, Mandy, Tracy, stop. It's enough. If you can't come up with content using other people who are just as bad as her, not worse, but just as bad as her, like Victoria, Lori, Danny, Gabby, there are all kinds of other people you can make content on. However, Mandy never even made content. She just got on multiple times a day and acted like a newscaster. Enough. Because you're helping her get money. Not only by you, but you're pushing other people, new people, to giving her money. This has got to stop. It has to stop. Number one, she is killing herself, and you are helping her. And if you give her more money, and something bad does happen to Lisa, because she gets a highly laced crack rock with fentanyl, and you gave her money, I promise you, I will make sure you are held accountable for it.
But if any of you have seen my content, you know that I didn't make content on Lisa. I made like 2 videos 6 or 7 months ago on her. She said that I was paying her to go live so I could make content on her and that I needed to find somebody else to make content on. Now, why would that be, Reaper? Why would you want me to go make content on somebody other than Lisa? You said that if something happened to Lisa, you would make sure charges would be pressed on me. Well, that's funny. We're going to talk about that here in a second. The video that I have coming, Reaper, is going to hurt been lying to this community for a long time. You've been lying to a lot of communities for a long time, but this one especially, the people in this community that want real justice, that want Lisa to be held accountable, that have been screaming, why has she not been arrested? Let's talk about that. You've been telling everybody that there's this big case open on Lisa, that you work with the detectives and all the things. You know that ain't fucking true.
Spoil alert. Spoil alert. Reaper ain't working with no fucking detectives. Spoiler alert number two is Reaper is a big ass liar. If that hasn't dawned on you already, do you in the back get it now? Do you in the back feel good about yourselves for jumping on the hate train where she, spread further some propaganda, misinformation, slander, defamation, and bullshit on me and Tammy? You know that hate train? Y'all all jumped right on board because somebody said so with their crop chopped and fabricated bullshit. And y'all jumped right on that hate train. Yeah, betrayed me, jabbed me in the back, ran right on over there to the biggest liar on this platform, to the biggest scammer on this platform. There are a lot of you who owe me an apology, but more than an apology, quite frankly. But I'll settle. I'll settle. I'll settle for all of you who bullied Tammy relentlessly, mercilessly, while she was grieving not only a loved one, but she was also grieving a pet. At the time, y'all jumped on the hate train and bullied the living shit out of her just because Reaper said so. Looks like Reaper says a lot of shit, doesn't it? It looks like Reaper's mouth frequently lands her in the shit. Not only does it land her in the shit, but it makes everyone around her who defends her look like a hypocrite. Good job, golf clap. Good job jumping on the hate train and bullying a victim and bullying someone already grieving, somebody who's suffering with mental illness. Good job bullying, because Reaper's just the best. Remember that? Yeah, keep that energy.
And when this community hears that you've been lying all this time about it, making up phone conversations with detectives that don't exist.
Nays did say that she's kind of losing hope about the police department. Do you want to kind of go over anything, like
Yes.
in that video to what we heard today and stuff like that? Yes. So I'm
Conversations with detectives aren't the only thing she made up, by the way. She lied to her entire audience about everything. She's lied to her audience about her arrest record. She's lied to her audience about her husband, quote unquote, not really her husband. She's lied to her audience about her GoFundMe's. She's lied to her audience about grifting. She's lied to her audience about how many communities she's been ran off from because of the fraud and the scams. Reaper, you are the last person a detective would be talking to about an ongoing investigation for fraud and theft by deception on someone else. Especially given your record. Especially given your habits of defrauding people, scamming people, defaming people, lying on people, fabricating shit. Like your entire fucking relationship. And your relationship with your family. I'm not going to mention who, but I'll put it like this. You have zero room to be talking about my kids. Bitch. That's where you fucked up. You leave my bitch. You leave my family the fuck alone. You dragged innocent people across your fucking nappy ass screen. And you lied. And you lied. And you lied. And you lied. And you lied some more. And when you couldn't find anything, you fucking made it up. And what you didn't make up, you fucking got from Moon, who is notorious on this platform for fabricating evidence and screenshots and whole ass conversations that never fucking happened. She's also notorious for doxing people from sock accounts too. That's what her entire circle is known for doing, doxing and going real life on people that they lose an internet argument with. April. That's not Reaper. The girl on camera is not Reaper. She's cute. That's the girl Reaper lied about. Oh, imagine that, April. Reaper lying. Hey, April. Gasp. Reaper lied. Can you imagine Reaper lying? Gasp, gasp. Gasp, gasp. Gasp. Mock shock. Pikachu face.
In constant contact with the detective now. Yes, I have lost hope as far as the PD there, but the detective did reassure me that the DA is about ready to jump. Then all of a sudden, somebody on TikTok, somebody sent it to me that somebody on TikTok called. That's right, you sent it to me. Somebody on TikTok called and spoke with one of the officers there, who basically said about the same thing that the detective told me. So I was like, okay, so they told somebody else the same thing. So that gives me hope that the DA is they're done with it. You have to remember that originally when I first started covering her and I was working with the PD and giving the detective all this information, it was mostly they were working with RICO charges. With RICO charges, they have to get it to a certain amount. Lisa never announces the exact amount.
My voice change makes it funny. Yeah, gasp, gasp, gasp. Shock. Horror. Gasp, gasp, gasp. Gasp. Mock shock. Pikachu face. Yeah, I'm totally shocked. I am just floored. Totally surprised. I just cannot believe Reaper lied. It's almost as if that's all she's been doing this entire fucking time. Imagine that. You are under my feet. Why are you under my feet? Why are you touching my feet? Don't touch my feet. I'm ticklish. Leave my feet alone.
The amount that she gets, she never will. They have to go off of that. They have to go off of the live streams that I send them. So it can take a while for that amount to build up. Plus, there's all kinds of other stuff they're investigating, and these charges can take even a couple of years.
Telling them that you've been sending them all.
Those detectives are not using anything from social media, Reaper. Did you know in most cases social media is not even regarded at all? I said most cases. Also, I would like to point out who the hell do you think you are? Reaper, you have just come on the scene over the last year, ma'am. There are people here like me who have been here for years. And you think you're with your delusional ass that you are the one the detectives would be going to for their information. And you think you are the one that's going to crack the case. Who are you? Where were you 4 years ago? Ma'am, you weren't here. I know that because, I was. Um, I'm getting a fucking troll calling me again. That detective don't give a fuck what you have to say, especially if they pull up your record and then they do a background dig on you. They aren't going to be able to use you as a credible witness. And if they needed videos, Reaper, if it were videos they were needing, they'd go to the archive channels, the hundreds upon hundreds of archive channels that they have access to. They don't need you for that. They don't need you to send them anything either. You think they aren't watching? And if something becomes relevant, you can rest assured that her family will handle it. Or the prosecutor will handle it. Or the investigators whose job it is will handle it. They don't need you, and you are not in contact with the investigator. You are full of shit. And I guarantee you, you've grifted money off of people, making them think you were doing all of this fuck shit behind the scenes. That you were really going to make a difference. That you were really going to stop her. How many hundreds of dollars did you fleece your audience for? How many thousands of dollars have you scammed your audience out of? And you have the audacity to even look in my direction. Get the fuck out my face. What you need to do, Reaper, what you need to do is offer me a public retraction. What you need to do is retract every goddamn thing you said about me. Because you were wrong about everything. Just like you're wrong here, you were wrong about me and you knew it. That's what's worse is the fact that you knew you were lying. You knew you were inciting hate against me. You knew what the fuck I was going through behind the scenes. And yet you fucking launched that hate train on me and spread misinformation, lies, and bullshit on me anyway, just because I had the balls to stand up to you and wasn't going to let you bully my friend. I called your ass out, and that's why you went on a smear campaign and tried to ruin my character. That's textbook narcissist right there, ma'am. And you're a textbook narcissistic liar if I've ever seen one. And you have the audacity to even comment on Lisa Richards when you were 100 times worse than Lisa Richards, Lori Jones, or Gabby put together. Especially if you do some digging on your fucking scammy ass. You are ratchet. Did you know that? Ratchet ass. Nasty. You nasty.
all the proof and they're working on it and it takes time. There's a RICO case open.
Reaper, do you have any idea how stupid you look saying shit like that? Did you not think? Let me ask you a question. You probably didn't. I'll grant you that because you are that egotistical. You really are that narcissistic and manipulative. You never thought anyone would figure you out, did you? You never thought you'd get caught. In a million years, you thought you were going to get away with it. You thought you could come into this community and scam and defraud people, and you were just going to walk away. And nobody was going to be able to stand up to you because you were going to be so big. You were going to be famous. Didn't you tell people in your RL that you were YouTube famous? Didn't you tell people you were a fucking internet celebrity? How embarrassing. This is the last person that Reaper slandered and lied about. You know, how she spreads misinformation. And here's the thing, Reaper. I don't care if you apologize or not. You already, for months with this girl, months, you've been going around telling everybody that this girl right here was sending Lisa Richard money when that wasn't true. And you know it. Tracy Unfiltered is her name. Reaper has been going around the internet lying on this girl, dragging her across the internet, telling everyone she was sending Lisa money, getting this girl picked on, and getting a hate train going after this poor girl, just like she did to me, recruiting people to come jump on her hate train. You know, because that's how cowards are. Difference between you and I, Reaper. I have always stood on my own 2 feet. I don't affiliate with communities. I am my own community. I don't need other people to go fight my battles for me. I have always stood on my own. You run and hide behind people when your fucking mouth overloads your tubby ass. Maybe, Reaper, you should learn the fine art of shutting the fuck up.
The fact that I gave you what the police gave me, a very clear path to Lisa's arrest, because you were the one that everybody was going to. You had all these people coming to you to give you the information, telling them that you could help them if they'd been scammed by Lisa. I gave you that information. I told you what the police told me the clear path was. No, you got a contact with a detective and this and that. So the information that I told you, you totally ignored it. You didn't take it. You didn't take it to give to these people who are wanting.
Do you know why? You know why she didn't take it? Do you know why she didn't take it? Because she needs Lisa. That's why she didn't take it. She's never tried to take Lisa Richard down. Because the truth of the matter is, if Lisa Richard goes down or goes to rehab, much like with Carmen or Scam Slam, Lisa Richard is all Reaper has. and she will cling to her desperately. But she has no credibility with Lisa Richard. All she's done is come on here and lie to her audience constantly. And if she thinks that another content creator is going to take her audience, she will run a smear campaign like she did with me, and she will ruin them. Like total life ruin with lies and slander, and by bullying them into silence, like she did with the one content creator who left the fucking internet because of her. Remember Jessie? She ran a whole ass smear campaign on me. And she ran with misinformation, defamation, and absolute lies. Like, not just any lies, life ruination kind of lies. And here's the thing, Reaper. You may say I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter after 25,000 people have already heard it. You can't take it back after thousands of people have already heard you say it. You can take it back until the cows come home, but the damage is done. And I think it's high time for you to pay consequences for the damage and the chaos you have left in your wake. Because people have actually fucking suffered because of you. You nasty bitch. Yeah, once you've already dragged their innocent families across your nasty ass screen, it's too late, Reaper. Once you've platformed the people who doxed my kid's dad, you doxed my kid's dad when you did what you did, when you used their shit, didn't you? You vile bitch. And you think for a second that I'm going to forgive you? Bitch, you'll be lucky at the end of this when I get done doing what I'm doing behind the scenes. You're going to be lucky not to be facing charges. And it really ain't going to be you. So it's going to be the person whose bullshit and fabricated nonsense you used. You may be caught up in the secondary or affiliation part of it, but you still repeated it. You still ran with it. You still harassed me with it. You still cheered them on. You still doxed my kid's dad. You didn't redact shit. You nasty bitch. You dogpiled on me through a very insanely traumatic time in my life. You could not pick a worse time to try to push me over the ledge. And that's exactly what you and your friends, and they are your friends, it's too late to disown Moon now. She's already had you repeat her lies. And you are just as guilty because you repeated it and you helped them spread their hate. Remember that, Reaper, because you get no sympathy, none, because you did what you did to me and to Tammy. Where was your sympathy when you pushed her too far? Do you know how many times you pushed me too far? All of you. And I have a family who love me. Shame on you. I would shame you, but you have no conscience. You have no moral compass. You exploit your own kids for money on this platform. You don't care about exploiting mine, I don't guess. And you and Moon have the audacity to accuse me of exploiting my children? Fuck you. You legitimately exploited both of yours, and one of them won't even speak to you. Now I don't think either one of them speak to you. Both of which are grown, so why are you still gathering money, claiming they need something? Liar. I laugh, Reaper, every time I hear you call somebody a liar. I laugh. And Moon, you're next. Every time your ratchety ass calls somebody a liar, I laugh, Moon, because you have ran across this platform for years lying on me because I told you you could go and fuck yourself. I told your ass off and you can't deal with it. 4 years later, and you still mad because I read you for filth. I read your ass and you don't like it. What'd I do? Get a little too close for comfort? Did I read you too well, bitch? Hey, Moon, it's too late, by the way, to go rapidly deleting shit. See, you were confident and you left the shit up when you thought that you were winning, that people were believing you. But here's the thing, you are the joke because people let you think they believed you long enough to stockpile the screenshots of you being shitty. I would like to know that myself. Peace and serenity. Hey, villain, I've always liked you, but you did get up on panel with Reaper and mock me in a very difficult time in my life. What do you think about this? I know you know what's going on. How can you condone what happened to me and my family? What you allowed them to do in your presence? I'm disappointed. But I do understand that you are not Reaper. Reaper and her band of babbling idiots over there have gone entirely too far. You know what I'm talking about. And I think it's high time that all of them get held accountable. Again, you know what I'm talking about. I haven't done anything to any of them except for stand up for myself. I guess I never should have done that, huh? Literally, the only thing I have ever done to any of them is stand up and not let them run over me, because that's literally what started this entire fiasco. It's because they loved me as long as I let them walk on me. But the minute I stood up for myself and I put my foot down and I refused to let them bully me, that's when we had a problem. I have receipts. They've been sent, by the way, should you care to look. And then some of these nitwits are going around into random chats recruiting people, or attempting to recruit random ass content creators I don't even know to come over here and attack me and join their hate train. That is the last fucking thing I need right now. What I need is for people to stop fucking lying. What I need is peace. I deserve peace and quiet and to be left the fuck alone. I haven't deserved any of it. The shit, even if I'd done half the shit they accused me of, I still didn't deserve how far they went. Yeah, Lisa is a scamming ruggie. But in my opinion, so is Reaper. Only Reaper is a scamming liar. We're going to cover Lisa, by the way. Lisa does enough without having to fabricate shit, Reaper. You don't have to make shit up. Lisa is a steaming piece of shit. But even a broken clock is right twice a day. And thank you for the about 20 to 25 people who have apologized. I've seen you, I haven't responded. I don't feel like I am in a place where I can respond right now in a nice and beneficial way. And frankly, I don't know that I owe anybody a response, and I appreciate the apology, but what's done is done. The damage is done. And when I needed support for what I was going through, I was being dogpiled instead. I deserved support. I deserved for my community to rally around me and stand by me. Because of how many of you I have rallied around and stood behind. But that's not what happened, was it? No, I got dogpiled and attacked ruthlessly and wrongly, I might add, unjustly. So did Tammy in a time of grief. You motherfuckers who did that do not deserve a platform. I'm going to play the video and I'll step away for a minute.
Justice. Instead, you keep getting up on your panels week after week telling them that you have contact with a detective and that they are working this case.
Big case about Lisa, and I'm questioning this. And
Big lie, Reaper. You don't know Jack Diddley about no big case. You know how ridiculous you sound? Do you have any idea how ridiculous that sounded? Hey, Cheryl, and peace and serenity. In case I didn't say hello to you, I'm sorry. I'm just sick of it. I am sick to fucking death of this bullshit. And her not being held accountable when she goes around the internet spreading misinformation, slander, lies, and bullshit on people, yet cries victim when she gets held accountable for the lies she said on this person. Thank God some people had the insight and the wherewithal, I don't know, to be objective and to have an original thought of their own. Or this one would just be another victim.
scammed by Lisa, as I'm sure you've heard.
Yeah, I'm not real sure why they give her money, but
I don't know either. I
that's
mean,
not
it's very
bright.
clear.
Where are you calling from?
Uh,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm just right down the road.
There's no detective in this station where she lives investigating some big thing. She has mental issues.
Yes.
People aren't very bright for giving her money. Yes, what she does is wrong.
Exactly.
There's serious victims in this city that we focus on.
Woman goes on TikTok and begs for money. She's clearly ill, mentally ill, and a drug addict. And Zone 1 has dealt with her a lot. I spoke to Zone 1 earlier today, and because it's going around and being told that there is a major case open on her, that there's a big investigation, like RICO case type stuff. It's crazy. But Zone 1 told me that there's absolutely nothing of the sort. And I was also told, like, perhaps maybe cyber crimes in Pittsburgh was dealing with her because it's an online scam type of deal. But they have nothing there. So you wouldn't have anything where you're at if they have nothing there, right?
No, I'm not aware of anything.
Okay.
Anything that they get would, with like a digital aspect, gets referred to us to assist them. We don't actually do any investigating ourselves.
Okay,
we assist other units and other officers and detectives.
I wonder what the community's going to know or feel when they find out that after the police talk to you from the hospital, all of a sudden, no case happened. They had wanted Lisa bad. Johnny sends them to you, and a case no longer exists. Say how desperate you are to have Lisa arrested, that you want her off the street, but you don't. You don't, because you've been lying to these people. You want her live on TikTok all the time because that is what makes your money. When they hear what the police have to say about it all, it's embarrassing to know that you've been sitting up there having pretend phone calls with police, detectives, telling people there's a RICO case. It's disgusting. It's disgusting that you have made a living off the back of Lisa. I'm not defending Lisa, not in the slightest. I ain't even defending myself, but that's what you tried to claim, that I'm overly trying to defend myself too much. First of all, I'm not defending myself at all. I'm speaking the truth here. This is just truth. You are a liar, and you have been lying about a lot more than just the fact that you want justice against Lisa. You want her in a jail cell. You know, she'd have been in a jail cell a long time ago had you not been lying to these people. When these people find out that Lisa's been running the street, doing everything she's doing because of you, mm, that's going to hurt. But it's the truth. It's just the truth. Perhaps maybe you should take some of that money, the bank you make off of Lisa, and go pay your warrants. Instead of sitting online, stalking Lisa around everywhere she goes so that you can make a big fat check off of another lie you tell.
I needed to find out if there is a warrant open on a case that I've seen here. I did a background thing and it's saying that there's an active bench warrant. And I was wondering if I could find out if that's currently
name?
active. Tara, it might be, I'm not sure if it's under, that could be either.
Spell that.
I also have the case number if that helps.
Yes, please.
23-T-03297.
Okay. Okay, under Tara.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, there's a current bench warrant.
Okay. Is there a way to get? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Does your audience know you have an active bench warrant, Reaper? Hey, Reaper. Want to comment on my baby daddy? I'm gonna dox him and drag my children across your screen, but you don't want to tell your audience that you have an active bench warrant? Argue with that, bitch.
Defendant failed to appear on 10/16/23, bond is $525. So you would have to come into the clerk's office with $525 to be served on that.
I'll bet they'll also love to know that you and Janelle were working with Nicole this entire time, which is why you did this to me, which is kind of what you guys did to WTF, right? You helped Nicole, you and Janelle, 3 hours on a phone going through her text messages looking for discrepancies, changing the colors and the lights on the screen to see if you can find editing, right? But you didn't think everybody would find out about that, right? That you were helping.
Hey, oh, really? You know that other creator that's alongside Reaper with that smear campaign with me? You know, you could, I don't know, drop a line on that one whenever you're ready.
Nicole, the two of you, you and Janelle, helping Nicole to do the dirty shit she did to WTF, assisting in the things that they were doing to her. It only makes me wonder just how much more involved in all of that you were, considering you seem to have no problem spending 3 hours on a phone with her to help her with that.
Pointed something else to Krista about those text messages. And by the way, Krista, I'm about to send you some screenshots because I will tell you right now, me, Reaper, and Janelle sat on the phone for 3 hours dissecting those text messages, and we're pretty sure they're botched.
They are bought.
Well, as long as you do not send me naked pictures of her anymore, you can send me whatever you want. Thank you.
Your friend Nicole, yeah, you were working with her, and this was just to discredit.
Aren't those the same people, Reaper? You nasty bitch. That doxed villain's sister. Did you know that several people have connected you personally to the people who doxed Villain's sister. That's some snake shit right there, Reaper. No, same Nicole. Same Nicole. Same one who leaked WTF's nudes. Same one, yeah. Villain, your friend, or so-called friend, is a snake. And was using your credibility to push and back her lies. She's been using Villain's credibility in order to deceive, defraud, and scam people. Because people trusted Reaper because of Villain's credibility. She literally rode on Villain's coattails and built her platform off Lisa Richard. And you want to throw shade at me, Reaper? I built my own goddamn platform. I don't just cover one person over and over and over and over, day in, day out. And I certainly don't help the people doxing my friends. And I don't drag innocent children across my platform for click, views, and donations. You know what else I don't do, Reaper? I don't have an active bench warrant or shoplifting charges or a record at all. So you might want to keep your fucking trap shut when it comes to me. You never should have opened it. You just thought I wasn't going to clap back at you because I ain't even got 2K subscribers. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. You need to ask somebody. I am one feisty little shit. And I ain't never gave a fuck. All my life I've been bullied by bigger people just because they're bigger than me. But let me tell you something, bitch. I ain't never back down. And just because you bigger than me, don't make you better than me. It also don't mean that I'm going to bow down to you either. I'm a fucking lion, bitch. Lions don't bow for no one. I'm an angry lion at that, protecting her young. You need you, bitch. Bitch. I'm vengeful at this point. I've been beat down so much, I've gotten up. But bitch, I'm angry. And I am done. I'm done putting up with it. I'm done being walked on. I'm done being kicked around. I'm done being abused. Let one more motherfucker lay hands on me. Try it. I wouldn't advise that.
time that multiple times, 4 or 5 times that you were supposed to make an apology, you suddenly get new fake information on me and you refuse to show it. That speaks of volumes that you refuse to show the fucking proof. Everyone has screamed, "Where's the
My
proof?"
blanket
And you
completely
sit on it
comfy.
because you don't
The
have it.
bread.
You never did.
You see my blanket's
It
comfy.
was a game between you and Nicole to try to discredit me. You, Nicole, and Kim are the only three that ran with this. That's weird. You got Nicole and Kim in your chats, throwing you super chats, and then you go into Kim's chat supporting her. And hypocrisy of it all when you're literally supporting Kim, who is saying she's an active rug addict, people throwing gifts at her and everything else because she don't beg for it. That's not supporting an active rug addict. Damn, but you're supporting this woman who says she's an active rug addict, H addict, by being in her live stream because she's outing Lisa's calls. And then you run with it. You and Nicole jumped on that. That is odd. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to let the community decide when they hear just what a piece of shit you've been. What a lying, scamming piece of shit you have been to this community. You have it is actually sick that you have sat on that panel week after week, day after day, after month, just making up lies to get entertainment, to have money thrown at you. Try to make it out like if I'm supporting Lisa simply because I'm stating the fucking truth.
And let's be honest, Reaper, we both know that this is just the tip of the iceberg of the amount of lies you've told. If any of you watching this have been affected by Reaper, reach out. I will put my email address on the screen.
Let me write that down. I will definitely be reaching out. But then again, all you'll have to do is, hey, hey Tracy, I'm gonna send you some documents alongside some clips where Reaper lied and spread information. I'm gonna send you documents proving everything she said on me was a lie. I'm talking medical documents. I'm talking about other documents and a PFA that states what happened. Oh, and that got granted for 2 years, by the way. They don't grant those for no reason. But yeah, let's email Tracy. Hey Tammy, all that evidence I've sent you over the past couple of months, alongside the police reports and other reports. Can you email that to her for me? And I will email her some stuff. You can also email her my medical documents that show my diagnosis of MS and the neuroblastoma that I sent you. Oh shit. Do I have medical documents for that? Yes, I do. And I've offered it millions of times. Guess who else has them, Reaper? I'll give you 3 guesses. Who else has them? It's someone you know. I think I'll let that one simmer. Oh, but that one's coming out soon. Hey, Harry. Harry, Fallen, or Tammy? Question. First question. Have you seen the proof that I had a neuroblastoma? Have you seen the proof medically that I have MS? Have you seen the proof, the documented proof that I am a victim of DV? Reaper, you have some explaining to do. Jade, aka Moon, you have some fucking explaining to do. Right there in my chat, both of those people who I've just asked that question to have my fucking medical documents, you dumb bitch. And this person right here, Tracy, she's about to have them. And I've also had copies of them sent to a certain someone that you tried to go and get to jump on your hate train, Moon, and it backfired terribly. Let me tell you. You know what did it, Moon? You know what did it? You dragging my children all over this fucking platform and going over there and siding with their abuser. That's what did it. That was the last straw for me, Moon. I am going to go everywhere and I'm going to show proof to anyone that'll take it that you are a fucking liar and that you have slandered me all over this fucking platform so nobody would support me. You took my subscribers, you went behind my back, emailing my audience so they wouldn't watch me with lies. I am full aware that neuroblastomas are rare. I know that I had it, you dumb bitch. And while it is rare for anyone who isn't a baby or an elderly person, mine had aggravating factors. There was a reason I had it early. And had you cared to, I don't know, reach out and ask me, I could have easily explained that to you. Or I could have just sent you the prognosis or the treatment plan like I did the other people in this chat. And the audacity of you to mock me for the death of my brothers. I have the screenshot. It's too late for you to go around deleting shit, Moon. Do you ever stop and think that my dad had multiple sons, my biological dad? And that although me and my biological dad were estranged, I did have contact with my birth siblings. Keyword, birth siblings. They are very much dead. And you are a piece of shit for insinuating that they aren't. That was also the last fucking straw. The shit you've done to me, Moon, and you have the audacity to call me sick? How dare you? And you want to say I put my kids in danger, bitch? No, Clean Urine Stash, who's behind all of this, by the way, you helped him. Your hands are not clean, Moon. Clean Urine Stash searched out, went out of his way to find a pedophile in my state, close enough to get to me. That was intentional. You cannot tell me he did not seek out that pedophile in my state with malicious intentions. God knows what could have happened. Because every time I disengaged with that person, you all would run over there and make him angry at me, telling him I said shit I never said. Making him believe I was talking about him when I was talking about something else. That motherfucker would have never knew I existed if it weren't for Clean Urine Stash. And that dude made a video admitting that he had been sent my docs. Because the pedophile had a conscience. The pedophile, Moon, had more of a conscience than you do. Let that sink in. He wanted me to know that my information had been given to him with malicious intentions. He wanted me to know that my personal, private information had been fucking given to him. What right did you idiots have giving him my dogs? I have 2 small children, you evil bitch. And I'm gonna scream it all across this fucking platform until somebody hears me. Your group of people are dangerous. And then not only that, but you doxed my federally protected address to the criminal father of my children that I have a PFA against. Not only do I have a PFA against him, so do my littles. How dare you? Everyone will know what you did. It's too late. It's too late for you to go back and delete shit now. Because it ain't going to help you. How would you feel falling? You breathe. You breathe. And have the shit done to you that's been done to me on this goddamn platform. You sit here and take it when people slander your name all across the fucking platform. When all you're trying to do is keep you and your family safe. I'm angry. I'm more than angry. I am fighting mad. I was beaten down for a long time, but I've gotten up, by God, and you're gonna know it. You're gonna know it. And so will everyone else. Oh, bitch, I'm not broken. I am far from broken. Those aren't tears of brokenness. I am pissed. I am fed up with the hypocrisy. I'm fed up with the slander and defamation. I am fed up with being beat down constantly when I don't deserve it. I'm angry. I am justifiably angry. And I have had it. I've had enough. And simply put, I'm not gonna fucking take it anymore. You thought I would just sit by like I've done for the past couple of years and just let you run your fucking mouth and not defend myself. I've defended myself. You know how I did it? I kept my mouth shut and just passed the fucking documentation around on the DL. Yeah. It's too late for you to go around deleting comments. It's too late for you to go around deleting videos. It's too late for you to go around deleting Jack Diddley. You know why? Because I've screen recorded it. Not only have I screen recorded it, other people have sent me it. You are a dumb bitch. You are fucking dumb. I know you're never going to get your nursing license. Do you know how I know you're never going to get your nursing license? Because you're dumb. You wouldn't call me special needs because I color and I art and I craft, but you you're just dumb. Not only are you dumb, but you're a liar. Do you have any idea how many times you contradict yourself? In just about everything you say, you contradict yourself. It's there if you pay attention. Just like with Reaper. Reaper talks out both sides of her fucking face at once. She can't keep her shit straight. She just got exposed. Oops. I guess you placed your bet on the wrong horse. Horse face. Didn't ya? Well, that one backfired, didn't it? I think the best thing for you ratchet ass whores to do would be shutting the fuck up. The other best thing for you to do is take down all your fucking slanderous bullshit. But you ain't gonna do that. And frankly, it's too late anyway, because you've already put it out there. You've already got your leg halfway down your throat at this point. There's no use in taking your foot out now. Hey, Reaper. You got some splaining to do. And if you think for a second that you're going to deflect and use me to do it, you got me wrong. No, ma'am. You're going to own this one. You're going to own a lot of shit here in the near future. So is your little butt buddy over there, Miss Horseface. Dum Bear. Dirt, dirt, bear. Dirt, dirt, dirt. I'm done. I'm not going to be nice anymore. Fuck that. Fuck being nice when you have people running around saying the shit they're saying and doing the shit they've done. And they're in here laughing about it, but they ain't gonna fix it and think it's funny. It ain't gonna be real funny here shortly. When each one by one gets all their shit laid bare. It's happening. The shit ball has begun running down the hill. And Fallen, I love you, but I'm not broken. These weak ass motherfuckers are not gonna break me. Because as much as they criticize and talk shit on me, not one of them, not one, could walk a quarter mile in my shoes. They're a bunch of weak ass, spineless cowards and junky bitches who have no integrity, no morals, no dignity, and for that matter, no brains. I guess they all fried their brains with whatever substance they happen to like so much. Some of them have multiple idiots. But anyway, thank you for that email address. I will be getting you those documents and screen recordings. And I will do you a favor because I've already gotten them paired up to where the document is being shown while the mouth is being ran. Thought that might be helpful. You're welcome in advance.
You can reach out to me, and if you have had a bad like experience where she's scammed you, um, affected you negatively, and you have proof of these things, legitimate proof that I can verify. First ones. I have plenty of other people who have also been negatively affected by you, Reaper. Actually, I have somebody that I tried to help you get in contact with at one point in time, um, who needed help with the whole. They were a victim and shit. You wanted nothing to do with it. You ignored them. You didn't want nothing to do with that. Probably because you knew that you couldn't use them for nothing to make content out of. But yeah, as for the rest of this, stay tuned. The videos are coming. There are several because there is a lot with evidence, with proof, and all the things in between. Because Reaper, you are a whole ass fraud. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Oh, have you ever figured out who that channel is, by the way? No? Hmm. You never will.
other videos coming out that discuss more about the other shit, but this
Mhm.
All of that stuff conflicting. I'm getting new stuff in constantly. Same with the Tracy stuff. I received something else. It just, I was premature at saying the names. There's still some stuff that is leaning more towards one. But when I took a look at Tracy's stuff, I'm starting to disbelieve the first person that gave me this information. And I think some stuff might have been changed just to make it look a certain way. But I'm still going through everything. So when I have everything in order, then I will come right out and I will show it. I'm not going to just say it. I will show you. That way you can see all of it.
You know that just last Friday or Saturday night, you told me that that proof was fake. And you apologized to me for it. And you even said that I'm not the person that you thought I was because of all that shit. 2 nights ago, you told me you were making a video to publicly apologize and to let everyone know that the proof was fake. So why are we walking it back now? Why are we walking it back? What's going on here? Something is up. I want to play a little clip for you.
Proven delusional liars.
Mm-hmm.
And you're bringing that information public as if it's fact. If she had something, I could fucking sue her. And that's what's sad. And
Think before you speak.
right, it's not just that. It's about vetting the information that you're given. If you expect to maintain any kinds of credible platform, a DM is never going to be proof.
Right.
You have to vet that information. And she is taking TikTok DMs from people that are proven liars and spreading it everywhere as if it's fact. You can't do that.
Just like she said, she says, I could sue you. And then goes on to describe exactly what it is that has happened here, except that it's not a DM, it was someone's words y'all are running with. Oh, she probably paying Lisa. You all are the ones that spread that around. And you understand that your credibility is shit when you do stuff like this and tell someone you're going to apologize and suddenly now it's maybe somewhat something, there's stuff coming in all the time. Nah, I'm
And then she goes on live stream today and cries a victim because everybody's picking on me. I don't want to hear it, Reaper. I don't want to hear you, of all people, go on your platform and be like, they're picking on me. Wah. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because you came on your same platform, the same platform, and where the hell? Ran Tammy through the fucking mud. For how long? Exactly? How many times did you fucking rail Tammy? And then you want to cry victim? No, ma'am. I know what it is, Reaper. You desperately want to get pegged, but ain't nobody gonna touch your nasty ass. I can smell the cottage cheese from here, bitch. Ain't nobody touching that. That's probably what your problem is, bitch. Go get laid. And I don't mean by your imaginary boyfriend either. I mean like by a real person. Like real person who like actually exists and not just in your imagination. You know, somebody who knows they're in a relationship with you. Just a thought. Yes. She's got an email if you would like it. To send her anything you may have. If you've seen her negatively affect someone on this platform. I know a couple of people who would who were gonna email her because I had a couple of people come to me and be like, yeah, she did this, and this. Okay, well, got my hands a bit full. And I don't have time to sit here every day ad nauseum, and I'll address it and we'll go over it, and that'll be that. This is the girl that Reaper spent quite some time spreading misinformation about. She told her entire audience that this person was sending Lisa Richard money. Yes. And she didn't. Reaper lied on her. Just like Reaper lied on me. Just like Reaper lied on Tammy. Just like Reaper lied about everything. Everything. In the last video, she goes over proof that Reaper was lying to her audience about Lisa Richard, among other things, and scamming her audience. Matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this video and then replay the other video so that the people in the back maybe get it. Let it sink in a bit better, since people seem to still be in adamant denial.
Telling you right now, there is no proof whatsoever that you are going to get that shows that I was paying Lisa, period. That is it, period. Done. None. If you are talking about the same proof, that is what you said to me, that you had started to vet it and it wasn't quite right, didn't look right, looked like somebody was fixing it up to look a certain way. You told me that Friday night, and then you told me it was fake. You spoke to the person, you asked questions, and this and that, the third, and that you came to the conclusion that it was fake. So why are we walking it back now? Something is going on here, and this can go one of a couple ways. It either gets fixed, I take it legally, and if I need to go handle it legally, I can. Or since I told you that I wanted to get the fuck out of this community and I've been out of it and I've been working on other content, you can fix it and I can go about my way. Or I can come back and I can do what I do. And I don't think it would be pretty. So this is the one and only time I am going to say this, because I'm not coming back here to continue making videos about all this. I'm saying it one time. That is it. If you need me to remind you, and actually I'm going to put up the screenshots of where you said this to me, because I know what's going to happen. I'll get called a liar again. I've been called a liar for something I haven't done for weeks now. And just so we're clear, I can prove where these screenshots come from and all the data because I don't post fake shit. And either you can fix this and clear this up, or I'm going to have to take it another route. And I'm not coming back here to announce it. I'm just going to do it. Because if what you're saying is true, then you wouldn't have apologized to me almost 4 or 5 days ago. So I don't know why you're being dishonest to your audience. I don't know why you're not telling them that you spoke to me. But something very odd is happening around here. There's some shady shit going on. And I'm pretty sure I have a good idea.
April. Honey, April, I don't know what more I need to show you for you to understand that Reaper is a bad person. There's more than conflict. April, what do I need to show you to get through to you that Reaper is a horrible person who is scamming her entire community, who's lied to them consistently, who constantly spreads misinformation and profits off of it? She is not a credible person. Like at all. I knew that when she ran around lying on Tammy. I knew that when she ran around lying on my name and dragging my entire family across her fucking ratchet ass stream. She's nasty. And she needs to be held accountable for the same people who held her up and propped her fucking lying ass up. Those same people need to hold her accountable. I'm going to replay this one for you, April. It'll catch you up.
So, Reaper, since this is how you decided you want to go about this, I gotcha. My video is coming, and those of you that seen the prior video of me making a demand to show this proof, you'll understand why. There were allegations made against me that I had been enabling her. Not
I have posted a link to Tracy's channel. If you all would go over there and subscribe, leave a like, leave a nice comment. Do not be a dick. As always. Be kind, be compassionate, be supportive. Don't go over there leaving nasty comments. But go over there and give her the watch time and a sub and a view, and keep an eye out. She's not done. She's got more proof coming, according to her. And so far, everything she said, she's backed up with proof. So you cannot refute it.
Maybe she did allegations that were straight up saying she paid Lisa to make content on her.
These content creators that are giving her money to keep her going live, Mandy, Tracy, stop. It's enough. If you can't come up with content using other people who are just as bad as her, not worse, but just as bad as her, like Victoria, Lori, Danny, Gabby, there are all kinds of other people you can make content on. However, Mandy never even made content. She just got on multiple times a day and acted like a newscaster. Enough, because you're helping her get money. Not only by you, but you're pushing other people, new people, to giving her money. This has got to stop. It has to stop. Number one, she is killing herself, and you are helping her. And if you give her more money, and something bad does happen to Lisa, because she gets a highly laced crack rock with fentanyl, and you gave her money, I promise you, I will make sure you are held accountable for it.
But if any of you have seen my content, you know that I didn't make content on Lisa. I made like 2 videos 6 or 7 months ago on her. She said that I was paying her to go live so I could make content on her and that I needed to find somebody else to make content on. Now, why would that be, Reaper? Why would you want me to go make content on somebody other than Lisa? You said that if something happened to Lisa, you would make sure charges would be pressed on me. Well, that's funny. We're going to talk about that here in a second. The video that I have coming, Reaper, is going to hurt you because you have been lying to this community for a long time. You've been lying to a lot of communities for a long time, but this one especially, the people in this community that want real justice, that want Lisa to be held accountable, that have been screaming, why has she not been arrested? Let's talk about that. You've been telling everybody that there's this big case open on Lisa, that you work with the detectives and all the things. You know that ain't fucking true. And when this community hears that you've been lying all this time about it, making up phone conversations with detectives that don't exist.
Maze did say that she's kind of losing hope about the police department. Do you want to kind of go over anything, like
Yes.
in that video too, what we heard today and stuff like that?
Yes. So I'm in constant contact with the detective now. Yes, I have lost hope as far as the PD there, but the detective did reassure me that the DA is about ready to jump. Then all of a sudden, somebody on TikTok, somebody sent it to me that somebody on TikTok called. That's right, you sent it to me. Somebody on TikTok called and spoke with one of the officers there, who basically said about the same thing that the detective told me. So I was like, okay, so they told somebody else the same thing. So that gives me hope that the DA is they're done with it. You have to remember that originally when I first started covering her and I was working with the PD and giving the detective all this information, it was mostly they were working with RICO charges. With RICO charges, they have to get it to a certain amount. Lisa never announces the exact amount that she gets. She never will. They have to go off of that. They have to go off of the live streams that I send them. So it can take a while for that amount to build up. Plus, there's all kinds of other stuff they're investigating, and these charges can take even a couple of years.
Telling them that you've been sending them all the proof and they're working on it and it takes time. There's a RICO case open. The fact that I gave you what the police gave me, a very clear path to Lisa's arrest, because you all these people coming to you to give you the information, telling them that you could help them if they'd been scammed by Lisa. I gave you that information. I told you what the police told me the clear path was. No, you got a contact with a detective and this and that. So the information that I told you, you totally ignored it. You didn't take it. You didn't take it to give to these people who are wanting justice. Instead, you keep getting up on your panels week after week telling them that you have contact with a detective and that they are working this case.
That is working a big case about Lisa. And I'm questioning this, and people are.
Reaper is a big liar who isn't working with a big detective. anywhere. What happened to that big detective, Reaper? Hmm?
There's a lot of people who have been scammed by Lisa, as I'm sure you've heard.
Yeah, I'm not real sure why they give her money, but
I don't know either. I
that's
mean, it's
not very
very
bright.
clear.
Where are you calling from?
I-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just right down the road.
There's no detective in this station where she lives investigating some big thing. She has mental issues.
Yes.
People aren't very bright for giving her money. Yes, what she does is wrong.
Exactly.
There's serious victims in this city that we focus on.
Woman goes on TikTok and begs for money. She's clearly ill, mentally ill, and a drug addict. And Zone 1 has dealt with her a lot. I spoke to Zone 1 earlier today, and because it's going around and being told that there is a major case open on her, that there's this big investigation, like RICO case type stuff. It's crazy. But Zone 1 told me that there's absolutely nothing of the sort. And I was also told, like, perhaps maybe cyber crimes in Pittsburgh was dealing with her because it's an online scam type of deal. But they have nothing there. So you wouldn't have anything where you're at if they have nothing there, right?
No, I'm not aware of anything.
Okay.
Anything that they get would, with like a digital aspect, gets referred to us to assist them. We don't actually do any investigating ourselves.
Okay,
We assist other units and other officers and detectives.
I wonder what the community's going to know or feel when they find out that after the police talk to you from the hospital, all of a sudden, no case happened. They had wanted Lisa bad. Johnny sends them to you, and a case no longer exists. Say how desperate you are to have Lisa arrested, that you want her off the street, but you don't. You don't, because you've been lying to these people. You want her live on TikTok all the time because that is what makes your money. When they hear what the police have to say about it all, it's embarrassing to know that you've been sitting up there having pretend phone calls with police, detectives, telling people there's a RICO case. It's disgusting. It's disgusting that you have made a living off the back of Lisa. I'm not defending Lisa, not in the slightest. I ain't even defending myself, but that's what you tried to claim, that I'm overly trying to defend myself too much. First of all, I'm not defending myself at all. This is just truth. You are a liar, and you have been lying about a lot more than just the fact that you want justice against Lisa. You want her in a jail cell. You know, she'd have been in a jail cell a long time ago had you not been lying to these people. When these people find out that Lisa's been running the street, doing everything she's doing because of you, that's going to hurt. But it's the truth. It's just the truth. Perhaps maybe you should take some of that money, the bank you make off of Lisa, and go pay your warrants.
Yeah, Reaper. Before you come over here with your ratchety ass and your Timu wig talking shit on me, perhaps you should go pay your warrants. You know, before you get arrested. Ma'am.
Instead of sitting online, stalking Lisa around everywhere she goes so that you can make a big fat check off of another lie you tell.
I needed to find out if there is a warrant open on a case that I've seen here. I did a background thing, and it's saying that there's an active bench warrant, and I was wondering if I could find out if that's currently
name?
active. Tara, it might be. I'm not sure if it's under. That could be either.
Spell the
I also have the case number if that helps.
Yes, please.
23-T-03297.
Okay. Okay, under Tara.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, there's a current bench warrant.
Okay. Is there a way to get? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Defendant failed to appear on 10/16/23. Bond is $525. So you would have to come into the clerk's office with $525 and be served on that.
I'll bet they'll also love to know that you and Janelle were working with Nicole this entire time, which is why you did this to me, which is kind of what you guys did to WTF, right? You helped Nicole, you and Janelle, 3 hours on a phone going through her text messages looking for discrepancies, changing the colors and the lights on the screen to see if you can find editing and right? But you didn't think everybody would find out about that, right? That you were helping Nicole, the two of you, you and Janelle, helping Nicole to do the dirty shit she did to WTF, assisting in the things that they were doing to her. It only makes me wonder just how much more involved in all of that you were, considering you seem to have no problem spending 3 hours on a phone with her to help her with that.
Tweeted something out to Krista about those text messages. And by the way, Krista, I'm about to send you some screenshots because I will tell you right now, me, Reaper, and Janelle sat on the phone for 2 weeks.
Well, as long as you do not send me naked pictures of her anymore, you can send me whatever you want. Thank you.
Your friend Nicole. Yeah.
Hey, Reaper. Instead of trying so desperately to stay relevant with Lisa Richard, you should probably go pay your fine, on the active warrant you have. And you, Reaper, should probably stop scamming people. All those people you're pretending to save from being scammed by Lisa? It's sad that you save them from being scammed by Lisa, but then you turn around and scam them yourself. No, it's not. April, this is current, as in last 24 hours current. She has an active warrant. And she's lied to her entire audience consistently. And they still don't get it. And she has the nerve to talk about me. There's another horse-faced individual who thinks she's gotten away scot-free. She hasn't. Her video just hasn't come out yet. Not by Tracy. It's by about 3 other people who are gearing up. Like I said, it's too late to go deleting things now. They've already been archived. Well, what's relevant has been archived. Mm-hmm. I know, April. And there's some tea about Miss Moo Moo Face. That I don't want to share publicly because it'll ruin the surprise when they see it on a video. It suffices it to say her latest attempt at getting. I can. I'm so excited about this new video. Here's some Karens going to prison.
When I say you are sending an innocent person to prison today.
The defendant stands before this court professing his innocence, and regardless of whether you admit to brutally murdering her, you wouldn't sit at sentencing and laugh about it. Anyone with a shred of human decency would not sit in the courtroom and laugh.
You are a very dangerous woman.
I find that you're in contempt of court and you're going to jail for 24 hours. Effective right now, yes, really. You did this to yourself.
First up, this newlywed Karen tried to
solicitation to commit first-degree murder.
Sobs rang out as the verdict was announced. Dalia DiPolito looked distraught as she sat with her hands cuffed behind her. Then she asked the judge,
Can I have a moment, please, to call my son?
DiPolito, a realtor, was secretly recorded meeting an undercover cop who was posing as a hitman.
I'm positive, like 5,000% Charlotte.
Her husband, Michael, told the Today Show his reaction to seeing the video.
It's kind of like she's ordering a cheese sandwich, asking someone to kill me.
Cops staged a fake murder scene at her house in Boone Beach, Florida, telling DiPolito that her husband of just 7 months had been slain. Some of the officers said they had trouble keeping a straight face at her crocodile tears.
I didn't do anything, and I didn't plot anything.
At her first trial in 2011, a jury found DiPolito guilty of soliciting murder. That conviction was overturned on appeal. She was tried a second time in 2016, but that resulted in a hung jury. Then in 2017, a third trial was held at which her ex-husband took the stand. This time, the jurors deliberated for just 90 minutes before returning with a guilty verdict. Court officials had to call an ambulance when the 34-year-old defendant started hyperventilating. Her lawyer, Brian Claypool, vows another appeal.
We think we have a reasonably good chance of getting this conviction overturned, and we want a round 4.
In September 2019, the Florida Supreme Court rejected without comment a request from DiPolito for the court to review her 2017 conviction. Her defense team had tried to put the case before the U.S. Supreme Court, but in February, the court declined to hear it. A sea of blue as police officers turn out in force for the sentencing of a Karen who mowed down one of their own. Jessica Beauvais can be seen downing shots and washing it down with Snapple during her podcast in 2021 about the murder of George Floyd. She ends the podcast cursing cops.
The police.
Hours later, disaster took place when she slammed her car into a police officer who was directing traffic at the scene of an accident.
You killed my husband, an innocent man, a good man, who did nothing to you.
She tearfully apologized and later admitted she was also high on marijuana.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
I'm sorry that I hit him and that he's dead.
The slain officer, 43-year-old Anastasios Sakos, leaves a wife and 2 children. His grief-stricken widow told the court about the moment she found out her husband was dead.
I instantly doubled over in pain. On our way to the hospital, I prayed to God to please let him be alive. I needed him. I couldn't picture my life without him.
At Beauvais' sentencing, she repeated her regrets.
I'm sorry.
She was convicted of aggravated manslaughter. She was also driving on a suspended license. She was sentenced.
She didn't seem very sorry when she was sitting there on her podcast saying F the police. I don't want to hear I'm sorry after you've done it. You know? How about just don't do it? First of all, you shouldn't have been drinking and driving. Secondly, you shouldn't have been doing drugs, drinking and driving. Thirdly, you shouldn't have intentionally mowed down a police officer in your car. So pardon me if I don't care about your sorries.
To 22 years in prison.
And their dad. Person was gone. That broke me.
This Karen killed her husband by poisoning his water with eye drops. As Lana Clayton's husband lay dying at their mansion, she took his phone away so he couldn't call for help.
Lay there helpless Thursday and Friday, waking up periodically from his misery, thirsty, drinking more.
His loved ones denounced the woman at her sentencing.
He was supposed to be here now to help me figure out what path I should be on. But he's not here, and I'm struggling, and I'm not okay.
Ruthlessly, the defendant hand-delivered glass after glass of poison and ultimately killed him.
In confessing to the poisoning, Lana Clayton claims her husband, Stephen, a wealthy accountant, was abusive.
I did impulsively put the Visine in Stephen's drink, and I did it with the intent to make him sick and uncomfortable. I was upset about the abuse and just wanted him to leave me alone. I never thought it would kill him.
His goddaughter says that is a fabrication.
I'm begging you, Your Honor, don't leave her life.
Eye drops can be deadly if swallowed.
You can't breathe after a while. Your heart shuts down and you eventually go into a coma.
The Visine plot was not the first time prosecutors say the wife tried to do away with her husband. In 2016, she shot him in the head with a crossbow similar to the one Tess fired. It was ruled an accident at the time, but prosecutors now believe it was a prelude for what was to
I
come.
did impulsively put the Visine in Stephen's drink.
She was sentenced to 25 years in prison. This Karen, who preached tough love parenting with harsh punishment on social media, was handed some harsh punishment of her own in court. Former momfluencer, Ruby Franke, was sentenced to 4 to 60 years in a Utah prison. Her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, will serve the same sentence.
She committed horrible acts of child abuse. Ms. Franke held her children, ages 9 and 11, in a concentration camp-like setting. The children were regularly denied food, water, beds to sleep in, and virtually all forms of entertainment.
42-year-old Franke, a mother of 6, broke down as she spoke about her children in court.
I would do anything in this world for you. I took from her all that was soft and safe and good. I took from her your mother. How terrifying this must have been for you.
She rose to fame with her YouTube channel, 8 Passengers, with 2 million followers. She and Hildebrandt were notorious for their tough discipline.
We took the phone away from Abby in November. And you may never get the phone back.
Yeah, this disgusting piece of shit was a quote-unquote momfluencer. There's a lot of these out there, like quote-unquote momfluencers who actively abuse their children, like force them to do shit. And then, like, if they don't do it just right, there's hell to pay. Because there's an image. Fuck the image and fuck you. These aren't the Karens I am looking for. These are just gonna piss. There we go. Entitled Karens versus judges. That's what I was looking for.
So it's no secret that in this day and age, it's not uncommon at all to hear about athletes, celebrities, and even people you know in real life getting completely assaulted financially by the court system, unrightfully so. And today we're going to be taking a look at this mom who took her ex-husband to court in order to get some more of that sweet, juicy child support money. And as we're about to see, it backfires on her hard. And of course, this is another episode of one of my favorite shows out there, Support Court with Judge Vonda Bailey.
Okay, Mrs. Williams, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, ma'am. We have 3 children together. I have not received any child support from him. Our children go to private school. They play sports, dance lessons, singing lessons. They're very active and it's very expensive. We do share custody and time, but I pay for private school. He pays for health insurance and that's all. I pay for everything else.
What kind of money you make to be paying all of that?
I'm an attorney.
Oh, okay.
But I'm used to a certain lifestyle. I mean, I can't even afford to get my nails done, my hair done. It's embarrassing.
You're an attorney
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you can afford tuition, but not to get your nails done.
Because all my money's going to the tuition and all of their extracurricular activities. I've been sacrificing the things that I'm used to that I was able to do before when we were still together and we had that combined income. And now my money's going to the kids and I don't have any money left for the lifestyle that I've been accustomed to and getting my nails done and my hair and massages and things like that.
So far, this woman is actually being a relatively good mom, you know, paying for her kids' tuition and activities and whatnot, you know, which is great. I can't say anything bad about that. But what confuses me immediately is why exactly this woman decided to take her ex-husband to court. I mean, she is chasing child support money here. But as far as I can tell, it doesn't sound like she needs any help paying for things relating to the kids. It sounds like she needs help paying for her and her lifestyle, like getting her hair done, nails, massages, which isn't exactly what you'd consider child support. I mean, this just sounds more like an allowance. Like, what was the logic heading into the courtroom? I'm going to ask for extra child support, but then proceed to complain about how I can't get my hair done anymore. Well, yeah, you're a parent, and being a parent comes with making sacrifices financially. I mean, that's just common sense when it comes to having a kid, that you're going to lose out on some luxuries. Immediately, I get the impression that this woman walked into the court and thought this was going to be a slam dunk case for some extra cash. But let's see what happened.
All my money's going to the kids and I don't have any money left for the lifestyle that I've been accustomed to and getting my nails done and my hair and massages and things like that.
It's still not making sense to me. Mr. Williams, make this make sense.
You know, although she makes more money, she has an extravagant lifestyle. The hair, the nails, the massage. You know, she didn't tell you about the personal chef or the maid that she has come clean the house every week.
So now it's making sense. Okay.
And let alone the drinking problem that you weekly stops to the liquor store to have a curbside pickup. Come on now.
Question. He's telling the truth, isn't he?
I do like to have a cocktail now and then.
So the answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you brought him to court?
Yes.
For child support?
Yes, ma'am.
How much money do you make?
$70,000 a year. I make $100,000 less than she does.
But again, I pay for pretty much everything. The only thing he pays for the kids is the health insurance.
Health insurance is pretty important. You'd agree with me, right?
It is, and I appreciate that. I do. But I don't want to pull my kids from private school or take them out of the things that they love to do because I can't afford it.
Or you could just, not hire a personal chef. You could stop drinking, and then maybe you could afford it. Maybe you wouldn't have to go to court to get more child support from somebody who's making $100,000 less than you. Also, I don't know why I keep saying child support, because from the sound of it, if she does end up getting more support, that money is never going to reach the children in any way, shape, or form. Hair done, nails, makeup, and massages. I don't know how, as an attorney, she thought she could schedule this court hearing and think this would work in her favor. And I get that this mom is paying for more things, but the fact that the only reason she seems to be here in the first place is to get money to support a more luxurious lifestyle, it's just strange. let alone from someone who's making a lot less money than you. I don't know. It would be very different if you needed the extra support to actually take care of the kids and not for massages, liquor, and trips to the nail salon.
Don't say that again, because your nails done, you're going on trips, you're doing all of these other things, especially going to the liquor store. Alcohol is not cheap. You can't afford it. You're just choosing to do something other than what you should be doing, which is taking care of these children. I'm assuming you don't live together anymore, right? How often are you all exchanging the children?
We have them equally, so that'll be 2 weekends a month.
All right, yeah. You came in here to waste my time. I am not going to make him pay you child support when you make $100,000 more than he does. What kind of lawyer are you? Never mind. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to do the child support calculations for the both of you and subtract it. And the difference is going to go to the person who makes more, which is you. So for mom, your gross is about 12.
Right, April? I wish I could afford to go get my hair done, my nails done, a massage. But I sure as fuck can't afford a personal chef. Wouldn't do any good anyway. The boys wouldn't eat it unless I cook it. They would riot and like get little picket signs and be like, "Mom must cook." Right, April? I could use the extra groceries myself, especially with teenagers. Teenagers eat a lot. Whew. But the audacity of her to come up in here and be like, I need extra money for my hair and nails. Bitch. No. And then she said, I don't want to pull them out of private school or make them go without something. So what you're telling me, ma'am, is to make sure you still have money for your alcohol, your personal chef, your nails and hair, and that you would give up your children's education so you could have those things. Bitch, get out of here. Bye.
$12,325.35. Dad, your gross is $5,833.33. Health insurance, you pay it. How much is it?
It's $100 a month.
Okay, you're going to split that. So $50 for you, $50 for you. How many children? 2 children, right?
We have 3 children between us and 4 total.
3 children, 4 total. Who has the other child? Okay. Thank you for telling me that, because that reduces your child support obligation and increases yours. So it comes out to $1,533 per month. And Mrs. Williams, that's what you're going to be ordered to pay to him. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay. Do you have any questions about anything I just said?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
You know, for being an attorney, this woman is not the sharpest tool in the shed. $1,533 per month? Talk about a backfire. I guess when you're this greedy and entitled as a person, that's going to surpass any logic or critical thinking ability, even for someone who should already know basic laws relating to child support. Next, we go to a bond hearing in Miami-Dade County, where the presiding judge is Gerald Klein.
Outside, Judge.
As he addresses the defendant, keep your eyes on the woman in the background, 24-year-old Nicole Babb. Bab's impromptu striptease gets some chuckles from just about everyone in the courtroom. Everyone, that is, except for the judge. The 84-year-old Klein, whose nickname is Fast Jerry because he moved through cases so quickly, appears unfazed by Bab's performance. Take another look. As Bab disrobes and takes her act to the floor, it's clear it'll take a little more than some full-on nudity.
That judge was like, "What the hell?" she she just robed and was just like naked butt, and then like the judge just looks over at her like, uh, okay, like he could not have been more unfazed by that. I do too. I'm tired. I just wanted to watch a couple of these Karens get served before I went to bed. I got a long day ahead of me today. Happy Mother's Day, April. And happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful ladies who brought life into this world. Cherish it. And I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day to all you mommies out there. I don't know if I'm going to go live or not tonight. If I do, it'll be very low key and chill. Probably some Karens in the wild or something fun. Or I may just do scary stories to tell in the dark and call it a night. I'm going to try to do a couple of those a week and try to read for about an hour. Because that was a request from someone special, and I'm going to try to get at least a few of those done a week. But in any case, I love you guys. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you have a beautiful day. And good night.